Welcome back to the RoughRiders pregame show, taking on the San Antonio Missions again here at Dr. Pepper Ballpark. A 7 o'clock start, and I'm joined by RoughRiders catcher Zach Zaneski. Zach, you guys are playing well here after a rough stretch, and a big part of the reason has been the pitching, especially over these last few games. You were behind the plate catching another good game. Carlos Pimentel has been excellent this year. What was so good for him yesterday, and what's been the key to his success so far this year?
I think his fastball command is better. Yesterday his slider wasn't as good, but this team is a good matchup for him, he fought through it, and he had a little rough patch there, but he fought through and competed, and he always competes, and that's a good thing about Pimi.
It looked like that slider was on a little bit early and it looked better late, but in the middle innings it started to fall off a little bit. When can you tell? What are you looking for to know that he's got that pitch working or that he doesn't?
Oh, when he's confident in it. Sometimes he's not as confident in it as other times, but catching him before the game in the bullpen, you can kind of get a feel for it. And yesterday it wasn't as good as it was his last outing against San Antonio, but he threw strikes yesterday and kept us in the ball game, and that's all you can ask out of your starter.
As the game goes on, how do you get a sense of how they feel for those pitches? Is it the amount that they're shaking you off? Is it stuff you're talking about as you go out to the mound and talk to them? Is it in between innings? What's that like as the game develops, and how do you work with pitchers?
A lot of it is a feel that I get when I see the pitcher's emotions, or his delivery, or what's happening with the pitches. It's just a feel that I get, and I could tell he was struggling a little bit there. When walked a few guys, but that's the thing that I think Pimentel has controlled better this year, and kept his walks down, and it has helped him.
And you guys did pick up the win yesterday. It was a dramatic one there in the ninth inning. Jake Brigham hasn't given up a run all year, and probably the scariest inning he's had. Not only with the issues there a little bit with the command and walking a few guys, but also the ninth inning. It was a big spot in a safe situation. 3-2 pitch goes with the slider down in the dirt. Whose idea was that? Was that yours all the way? Were you calling that, or did he shake you off until he got the slider?
No, that was definitely not my idea. But then again, what I put down, the calls that I put down are suggestions for the pitchers. When it comes down to it, the pitchers, it's their numbers, it's their career. So, I know he feels strongly about his slider, and he wanted to go with it. So I said, I gotta support him.
And he was called up today up to AAA Round Rock. Another pitcher that was sent up to Round Rock was Ryan Fearbin. And I had a chance to talk to Tomas Talis, one of the other RoughRiders catchers, about Fearbin and specifically about his knuckleball. What's it like to catch Fearbin's knuckleball? Have you had a chance to catch that a few times?
Yeah, I caught it a few times. It's pretty good, but he doesn't really throw it that often. He might throw it once every handful of games or so. He kind of just fools around with it in the bullpen here and there, and if it's working and we're having fun and we want to, maybe just mix something in different, trick a guy or something, then we'll call it. But I haven't called it yet with him pitching. I think I've only caught him once, so haven't really had the opportunity to, have more chances with it. But yeah, it's fun. It's different, and if he can throw it and have it be effective, then better for him.
And I'm here with Zach Zaneski, the catcher for your Frisco RoughRiders. And Zach, you got a beard working for you this year, something new for you. How did this come about, and how long do you plan to keep that? It's looking pretty good there.
Thanks. You know what? I just wanted to do something different, and I've had it maybe 3 months now. So most I've ever had facial hair. Never really been a big facial hair guy, but I'm rolling with it, and we'll see what happens.
Just the first time this year.
First time ever, yeah.
All right, and we talked a little bit about the starters. Going over to the bullpen, they've been excellent this year, especially with a number of young guys that are spending their first time here at the AA level. What has jumped out at you, with regards to the group on a whole, and their ability to start the season so strong?
I think our team success has come a lot from pitching and defense, and, obviously that's cliche, but it's, with our team, I think that's our strengths, and I think guys who have come in from the bullpen, there's a lot of familiar faces with Neil Ramirez and Cody Buechel, but Fearbin and Pusadas came in and have done really well right away, and as well as Jimmy Reyes and Rowan, and they've stepped in and haven't missed a beat, and have been great for us. And I think the big thing is the amount of strikes they're throwing. We haven't, in my opinion, really walked too many guys, and it's been fun.
And you add 2 new pieces to the bullpen today. The RoughRiders from Myrtle Beach get Jose Mavare and Phil Klein. Klein's a guy 6'7". Have you ever caught a guy that tall before?
Yeah, Brandon McCarthy is pretty tall. I caught him a few years ago in spring training, but I've caught them both a few times this spring. I know they're obviously very talented to be here, and I'm looking forward to playing with them.
Well, thanks a lot. I appreciate your time, Zach, and good luck here the rest of the way.
Thanks.
That was Zach Zaneski catching for your Frisco RoughRiders. We'll be back with more here on the RoughRiders pregame show on the Frisco RoughRiders Baseball Network.